Hey guys, this is Matt coming at you with a disc golf death battle between two discs that are very different but do kind of the same thing. So I was perusing Infinite Discs the other day and found two discs that had remarkably similar ratings, and the way their rating systems work is it has all the user ratings where everyone has put in a review, and I think it's also based on the one the company puts out if they have flight numbers. And one thing that struck me as very interesting was the volt from MVP. I've got a Fission volt here. It's 163 grams, which is a 2 centimeter wide wing. It's usually considered to be a speed 10, if I understand how speed translates for most companies correctly. Rated at an 8.4 -1.2, which was almost the exact same as the Teebird3. This one is a GStar one. It's 159 grams, so they're almost the same weight. And it's 8403, 8402, excuse me. So how are two discs that are a similar profile, let you get a closer look at the profile there. The profile's similar, but the wing on the Volt is substantially bigger. You can feel it, you can tell it. It doesn't feel extreme, but it's definitely different. Why do they fly so similarly? And I wanted to see, is that just what people think, or is that accurate? Is it thrown off a little bit because people have not seen MVP with flight numbers until recently? So we got a little bit of a crosswind coming slightly from behind me over this way, so not a whole lot to mess with today. Let's find out what they fly like. So that was just my kind of average slight hyzer backhand throw. And the Volt went further. It was right around 380, 375 feet. The Teebird3 was not quite as long. It was more like 360, 370 maybe, a good 10, 15 feet shorter. They flew very similarly. And I wonder if the slightly sharper wing is a little bit quicker cutting through the air. That's where the distance came from. Or did I just get a slightly better throw on it? I'm going to try it on a little bit flatter, maybe slight anhyzer, and see if a little bit extra turn you might get out of that will make him go any further. That was essentially the perfect flat or just barely anhyzer golf shot for me. Both got a little bit of turn. The Teebird faded just a little bit more, but gosh, they were close to one another. They were within 3 feet distance-wise. They both went out straight, turned a little bit, got some forward fade, and then faded, and the Teebird just went a little bit more of like a biting finish at the end. Now both of these are worn in a little bit. They're probably like a 7 out of 10 wear-wise. This one looks worse, but it's just because of the color. But I'm starting to think that the Infinite users might be onto something. They are very close in the way they perform. I'm going to try like a big distance type line, give it some anhyzers, throw a little bit higher, see if it'll flex out, and see how far they go. Maybe the Volt will show that its bigger rim makes it go further. I mean, it's got 0.3 centimeters more. It's not a ton, but it should give it a little bit more pop. So let's find out. the higher anhyzer line, gained no distance. They were within a meter where they were last time, and they flew exactly how you expect them to. They held it for a while, turned flat, and then had a fairly gentle but abrupt fade into the ground. Almost identical. The volt faded a little more that time and was slightly longer than the Teebird, but that's been the case on everything. I'm gonna try a couple different forehand shots. We'll try some flat ones and then maybe a little bit of a hyzer flip and see what happens there. Two different types of forehand throws, we got some new information. The volt showed a little bit of that turn that we saw on the flight ratings, and for those of you not as well referenced, typically a forehand will be thrown faster. Mine definitely is. I'm a former college pitcher who happened to be a sidearm pitcher, so I can throw a disc fairly fast, but since there's only one or two finger pads on there versus if you power grip a driver with 3 or 4, you don't get the same RPMs. So you see more turn and sometimes a more dramatic S curve. This one saw some more of that turn, faded a little, not a whole lot. It was way down there in the field, right in the just short of 400 foot range. The Teebird on both shots was closer to net center. Really good disc. I like the way it feels. It dropped right there where it needed to go. And the feel out here, I gotta say, is saturated. I don't know if you can tell, but there's puddles everywhere. It's disgusting. Both of these might have got some more skip going back to net even, but we didn't see as much turn out of the Teebird, a little bit on both of them, which is consistent with both the flight numbers print here and what they say about both discs on the Infinite reviews. So that's very interesting. Now, Death Battle winner. For me, it's pretty much a toss-up. They both feel great. I'm not usually a fan of GStar plastic, but this guy feels pretty nice. It's not too floppy. It's actually just like a little bit more flexy in the flight plate than an old Star Teebird that I had, and flies really well. The Volt, though, just has a little bit of je ne sais quoi. I don't know exactly why I like it so much, but this one feels really great in the hand. It's a little bit lighter than some of the heavy Volts I've had, or, well, obviously. It's a little bit less stable than some of the heavy Volts I've had, rather. And it just really rides out there nice and then sits down. Now, I can get a neutron volt, this 175, to these distances, but this is so easy. It's like you got a remote controlled drone out there. So I'm gonna take the Volt on a split decision. It was really close. I just like this one a little bit better. And you know, it's a faster disc. It is. You know, they fly very similarly, but the bigger rim does give it just a little more distance potential. That's not always important. But if I'm taking my 4 or 5 disc nutsack out for a weekend round, maybe a travel bag or something, I'd have no issue with that being the only fairway or maybe even only driver I take, depending on what courses I'm about to hit. You know, hitting backhanded forehand just short of 400 feet, 375 to 400 range is great. You can carve up a lot of courses that way. But you give me either one of these guys, I'd be perfectly happy. You know, I could give this one a 4-star and this one 4 1/4. They're both great. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. On my next video, I'm going to be doing a new series called Did This Disc Deserve to Die? It's going to be going over out of production discs from various companies, some companies that have gone out of business or ceased to make disc golf equipment, and seeing, was it good enough to be allowed to live? So If you like it, like the video. If you don't, you can dislike it. I'm okay with that. I don't have but about 8 subscribers, but if you want to, do that too. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.